In the video named, Edith Finch Broke Me, What Remains of Edith Finch Ending. Uploaded on the GT Live channel on July 2nd, something interesting is said at 57:33, while Matthew is playing What Remains of Edith Finch. You can barely hear it, but Matthew says this: "Is there a cat stalking me right now?" Then he smiles while saying that. Why I am mentioning this is pretty self-explanatory. In the video named, Why is the government hiding 1.4 billion pounds of cheese? Something offensive towards me happens. The video was uploaded on the 9th of July, on the Food Theory channel. At 10:44 it is said this: most of what you read is clickbait. While that is said, it is edited a green pop-up on the screen, with the text, "Click here for a free trip to Hawaii." Someone clicks on it, which obviously is Ed Cruz, who is supposed to be me, since he pops up looking furious. While Ed Cruz pops up, the pop-up changes to gray, while saying, "Your device is infected. You have 10 viruses, click here to remove you foolish person." Not only are they making fun of me by editing me clicking on something, but they also call me foolish twice for clicking on the fake pop-up. The joke is on them though, I just got more evidence, since they decided to make fun of me. Also, if there comes a new pop-up on the screen after you just accidentally clicked on a scam, and that pop-up says, "Click here to remove the viruses," then do not click on that. I am not a professional, so I advise you to seek a professional for help. More proof is found in the video named, Pepsi Has a Navy. Uploaded on the Food Theory channel on July 27th, the proof that is found is at 8:59, where Matthew says, would have actually put it tied as the 23rd largest navy. However, Pepsi is shown as 24th, not 23rd, and would have been tied with the 25th, Netherlands, since they both have 20. If you look at who is actually on 23rd, it's Norway, the country that I am from. I highly doubt that is a coincidence. In the video named, This Cat Killed the Human Race. Stray, uploaded on Game Theory, on the 6th of August, something peculiar happens. At the start of the video, at 0 o'clock, Matthew and Ed Cruz are talking to each other, while Ed gives Matthew the Stray game. They are saying, "Matthew, so let me get this straight, you just play as a cat." Ed, "Yeah, that's it, it's great, haven't you ever wondered what it's like being a cat?" Matthew, "No." Ed, "Oh come on." What's obviously suspicious is the fact that Ed gives Matthew a game that has a cat in it. Ed Cruz is a representation of me. I also have the word cat in my old Roblox account. Later in the video, at 10:17, Matthew says, "Cats are jerks." I confront him about the camera on the 25th of August 2022. Here is the same screenshot that I have showed before, which is proof that this is Tim, since I call him Tim in this screenshot. I had just started the conversation, as you can see in this screenshot. He then suddenly blocks me out of nowhere, since I can't send messages to him anymore. You can obviously see that I say, "You know what I am talking about." And then I send him a picture of a camera. He suddenly changes the subject, and talks about something completely different. I tried to send him a message, but it wouldn't send, because he blocked me. I then decided to take some pictures of the chats between me and Tim as evidence. Since I already had the chat with Tim open, I take some picture of the chat. And I arrived to the chats that happened a few minutes ago. I realized that the chat that I sent to Tim after he blocked me was gone. I therefore decided to send a new one, as evidence that Tim actually had blocked me. I wrote mostly the same message that I wrote before, to show that the message wouldn't send. That is why you see that the message, "This is not okay what you're doing," being sent at 2:32 a.m., that is 6 whole minutes after Tim's last message, and it's obviously not the original. On September 4th I get surprised because I see that Tim sent me a friend request. I ask him how he sent me a friend request because I blocked him. He doesn't deny it, and just says Ike LOL. Which stands for, I don't know, laughing out loud. This is evidence that he has hacking knowledge, and can hack things, since he could send me a friend request, even though I blocked him. Continuing, he asks me why I keep friend requesting him. I answer back, "'Cause I want you to leave me alone." I said that because, if you remember, those 2 times were me confronting Tim about the stalking, and the camera that he has set up to watch me. I don't really have the rest of the chat. The reason for that is because I decided to take screenshots of important evidence in the chat with me and Tim another day so that I could take screenshots of all the proof in one go. However, I forgot to block Tim, and I clicked only on Close DM, which closes the chat. I usually had Tim blocked so that I could go on blocked users and find his account there to either review our previous messages for proof or other things. Me closing the chat and not blocking him meant that I couldn't find his account on blocked accounts to review our previous message for proof. That is the reason why I don't have the rest of the conversation, and only the start, which I took a screenshot of, because it was peculiar that he could send me a friend request, even though I blocked him. I did try to send him a friend request, then click on pending friend request, and then block him that way, however he had blocked me. Matthew decides to make a video named, "What Disney is Hiding About the Grey Stuff." Beauty and the Beast, that was uploaded on the Food Theory channel, on the 17th of September. You can probably guess why I brought this up. In a screenshot that I have already shown, I searched up, The Beauty and the Beast. Before that video was uploaded on the Food Theory channel. More evidence that they have hacked into the Wi-Fi, and can see what I am searching. On September 18, 2022 I narrowed it down between two dates, which I believe that one of those dates were actually the day that I heard suspicious sounds outside my bedroom. That is also the same day that I believed him set up a camera to watch me. Those two dates are the 8th of May 2021, and the 9th of May 2021. The reason for why I have narrowed it to those two dates is because, if we look at a video posted on the 8th of May 2021, on that Cybert channel, named, The Ancient Gods, DLC that should have been a sequel to Doom Eternal Roleplay. Tim's hair, up until then, had been styled with his hair making bangs on one side of his forehead. Even though that video is a re-upload, Tim's hair is still in a side bang before that video. That video just ended up being the last video that we saw Tim having a side bang on. On the 9th of May, in a video named, The Walten Files 2 Reaction, Clowns Are My Nightmare, that Cybert channel, Tim's hair suddenly changes to no bangs, without any explanation. From that day, his hair continues to switch from bangs to no bangs from time to time. I believe that Tim must have seen me comb my hair, and realized that I have no bangs. He then decided to mimic me. Mimicking is something that Tim has done to me in the past. This means that Tim could have set up the camera either on the 8th of May 2021, or the 9th of May 2021, unless the editing of the videos took more than a few hours to complete. I have yet again some more proof. It's at 2:51, in the Food Theory video named, Restaurants Are Lying to You. Michelin Stars, uploaded on the 24th of September. In the video, at 2:51, it appears a page from either a Michelin app or website, where it shows, at the top, restaurants in Norway. Norway, the country that I live in, out of all countries, the probability of that is very low. It happens again at 4:38, a travel book, and what I assume is another travel book about Norway, appears in the video. That was obviously purposely done. I have found more proof that Matthew and Tim can see what I am writing in my Discord server. The video is named, GT Not Live, but it's also not GT Not Live, the only show on the internet. It was uploaded on the Cybert Live channel, on the 14th of November. Although, the original date when it went live, was on November the 13th, which it says in the description of the video. At 31 to 35, Tom, who also works for the Theory channels, starts talking about Patient 46. In short, Patient 46 is a FNAF character that many people are trying to figure out who is. On the timestamp 31 minutes and 44 seconds, Dan says, I am Patient 46. Even if it's only one sentence, it has more meaning than you would think. In my Discord server, in the channel named Revenge, I wrote these paragraphs. These paragraphs are way too long to say in this video, so I am just going to say my conclusion. My conclusion was that Patient 46 was me, but also Tim. I wrote that on October 24th. The live was on November the 13th. This next part is going to be spoilers for the Friendly Face story. I advise that you skip ahead to 10:02, if you don't want it to get spoiled. The Friendly Face book eventually came out, and on November 19, 2022, I wrote a few sentences from Dawko's summary video on the Friendly Face story. Those sentences were meant to highlight some things in the story. I am not going to say every sentence, but rather a quick summary. There are these two friends named Edward and Jack. Edward is called Clumsy many times in the story, just like Orville the elephant is called in one of Mr. Hippo's stories. Orville is a representation of Henry, and Mr. Hippo is a representation of William. This means that Edward, who was called Clumsy, is most likely Henry. Since Jack is Edward's friend, then that means that Jack is most likely William. This means that Edward has a really high chance of being me. Further on in the story, Edward and Jack finds a black cat. They name the cat Faraday. Faraday one day chases a butterfly, while Jack chases Faraday. Jack and Faraday ended up getting run over by a truck. Edward gives a hair sample of Faraday to a company that makes robots of your dead pet, by just giving them a sample of the pet's DNA. The robot eventually arrives at Edward's house, however it ends up looking like the cover of the book, which is a cat, but with a human face on it. Edward must have most likely accidentally taken some of Jack's DNA too. Edward tried to get rid of the robot cat by burying it. However, he still sees the robot cat following him everywhere, meaning that the robot cat is stalking Edward. You can obviously tell that this story is extremely suspicious. The robot cat has black fur on the cover of the book, just like Tim's cat on the logo. This means that the cat is most likely Tim, and Edward is me. The robot cat is stalking Edward, just like how Tim is stalking me. There is one thing in common with the friendly Facebook and the arcades in Security Breach, and that is that both of those things had Scott Cawthon, the creator of FNAF, working on them. We know that Scott worked on the friendly Facebook because it literally says his name on the book. Book artwork cover done by Jeff Stake. Even though Scott is retired, he still works on FNAF in the background, so him making the cat arcades, or guiding someone to make the cat arcades, is very possible. I was now very suspicious on Scott, and I had a feeling that he knew who I was. We have yet another suspicious sponsor. The sponsor is in the food theory video named The Secret Language of Water, uploaded the 20th of November. It starts at 15:48, where Matthew, not long after, announces that his sponsor is a company named AirUp. That company sells some artificial flavor pods that you can put on your water bottle so that it tricks your brain into thinking that you are drinking flavored water by smelling the pod. I found this sponsor suspicious because we have something in Norway called saft. Saft is a liquid that we add to normal water so that the water gets flavor. They must have seen me add a mysterious liquid in my cup/water bottle, and then they saw me adding water from the tap in the cup/water bottle. This is more evidence that they have set up a camera to watch me. Matthew also admits at 16:56 that he was the one that reached out to that company himself. He says, "I love their products so much that I'm the one who reached out to them." Warning, image of video game blood will show up, skip to 12:12 if uncomfortable. On the 21st of November, I decided to try to send a message to Matthew. I did that because I knew that cooperating with Tim didn't work, since he just denies that he has ever done whatever I confronted him about. I therefore tried to get in contact with Matthew, since he seems a little bit more serious. I did it by writing a comment in one of Tim's TikTok videos. As you can see, I wrote, "Can I talk to Matthew about something?" I never wrote in the message what I wanted to talk about, because I didn't want Tim to not deliver the message to Matthew. Matthew never really answered me. Although, to be honest, I didn't really give Matthew that much time to answer since I deleted the message. However, I took a screenshot of the message and put it in the question mark channel. Since they have hacked either my Discord account or somehow gotten into my Discord server, they would have seen that message either way. On the same day, the 21st of November, I discovered that the sticky note room in Security Breach looks very similar to the Your Last Thoughts at the End of Time game on Roblox. I used to play that game, and the reason why that game is similar to the sticky note room in Security Breach is because there are many paper notes in that game. I made the Your Last Thoughts at the End of Time channel in my server on the 27th of April 2021, before Security Breach was released on December 10, 2021. The Five Nights at Freddy's live stream on the GT Live channel, named The End of FNAF. For now, was live on 21st of February 2022. However, I didn't really write down anything from it. Until November 24, 2022, I noticed that Tim looked a lot to the left on his computer. He was also the only one doing something apart from Tom, who only started looking to the right and doing something on his computer at 1 hour 33 minutes and 49 seconds. The others were listening to what everyone had to say. You can read yourself the notes that I took, if you wish to. At 1 hour 15 minutes and 29 seconds, Dawko and Matthew starts joking about Henry. Then at 1 hour 23 minutes and 27 seconds, Tim suddenly starts talking about Henry too, and starts theorizing about where he thinks Henry's spirit is. It's suspicious that Dawko, Matthew, and Tim decided to talk about Henry. I also saw the battery on my old iPad go down, even if I was charging it. However, I don't have any proof, since Tim only went in and out one time, so that I would only lose 1%. He probably did that to make sure that I didn't get any proof for that my battery went down on my old iPad, even though it was charging. He must have looked so many times to the left, because he was looking at me through the camera watching me. He then switched to watch me on my old iPad, and then switched back to watch me with the camera again. Remember, this was before I got a new iPad, since the live was on the 21st of February 2022. Matthew gets sponsored by the company that makes posters again. He gets sponsored on the 26th of November, in the game theory video named FNAF, You're Going to Hate This FNAF Security Breach. And we have yet again some suspicious posters. At 20:51, a poster with two cats shows up. There is also a sun poster next to the two cats poster, which could be a reference to Sundrop and Moondrop, which are two FNAF characters in one animatronic. However, I'm not entirely sure if that is really a reference. At 21:16, a cat poster with flowers is shown. At 21:22, the same cat poster with flowers is shown, except now a cruise is right next to it. At 21:40, the same poster with two cats is shown, although it looks like there were originally 3 cats on that poster. The reason why we didn't see the third cat on top is because the image of the poster was weirdly in a square, instead of a rectangle, which suspiciously happened right next to the sun poster. Some more evidence that they can see what I am writing in my Discord server is found. The video is named The Secret Lore of Trombone Champ. Uploaded on the GT Live channel, on November 29th. I found it at the timestamp 12:55, where Dan says, "Too much like a clown. Don't like." I uploaded a picture, and wrote this, on October 26th, in the Revenge channel, in my Discord server. I uploaded that picture, and wrote that, before the video named, The Secret Lore of Trombone Champ, was uploaded. Clowns in general aren't racist, however the hairstyle used on the puppet is racist, because it belongs to the culture of dark-skinned people. Scott isn't racist, because he used pigtails on Circus Baby, who is a FNAF animatronic character, that is supposed to be a clown. He used pigtails, instead of the afro. We are going to focus next on a film theory video named, Who's Really in Control, Mies? Uploaded on the 6th of December 2022, at 6:02, we see hello. Written in 5 languages, one of the languages is Norwegian, where it is written HALO, which means hello in Norwegian. Norwegian is so uncommon to come across, this can't be a coincidence. I'm not done with this video, because at 6:10, the words hungry cat appear. On my old TikTok account, I liked and saved this video. Credit to Africanquins. A cat is hungry in that video. I saved the video, because I liked the pink backpack, and even if I don't have a cat, I still have a very small dog, who can probably fit in that backpack. And yes, that dog is the same dog that I sometimes call my daughter. I liked and saved that TikTok video on October 19th, 2022, the video named, Who's Really in Control? Mies, was uploaded on the 6th of December 2022, after I liked and saved that TikTok video. This is proof that they have hacked into my old TikTok account. My old TikTok account is deleted now, cause I don't want Matthew and Tim to see what videos I am liking, saving, etc. On December 17th, 2022, I was watching a video on YouTube named, FNAF Movie Cast Revealed. New fanverse merch, burn trap YouTubes, security breach, and more FNAF news. The video was uploaded on the 16th of December 2022, and belongs to Johnny Blocks. At 1:04, it is shown FNAF merch in form of a t-shirt. That t-shirt is named, the Always Watching Tie-Dye t-shirt. Things gets worse, when you realize that Sundrop and Moondrop are on the t-shirt. I realized something about an occurrence that happened in 2020, on December 29th, 2022. After I left the group for good, Tim kept writing hello friends almost every day in December, because he wanted company from Lulu and Fran. He got desperate on the 11th of December, because he wrote it 8 times in a row. You can see that there is a 3-day pause from the 12th of December to the 15th of December. Tim started stalking me on exactly the 12th of December, which I know thanks to this picture. I guess he felt satisfied after stalking me that day. He therefore didn't need to write hello friends for 3 whole days. He gave Lulu and Fran one last chance to give him company on December 15th, before he moved on to stalk me. The reason to why Tim could join me on Roblox was because Roblox had set the who can join me in experiences on everyone on default. I had no idea that it was set on everyone at that time. Putting it on everyone is actually dangerous, because there are many creeps out there. I don't even think everyone should be an option. Tim also weirdly mimicked Matthew when he said, hello friends. Because Matthew says hello friends, or just friends, all the time. Here are some pictures as evidence that Matthew says hello friends, or just friends, all the time.